guys, it's Lindsay from Wannabe KY Homesteaders. Clearly we have bunches of plants, so today I'm going to start planting some stuff. We have some perennials that can go ahead and go out, then like some cabbage and stuff. So we're going to try to make this a little bit more organized and better. I have a lot of stuff that needs to go in pots, so I can go ahead and pot those. We do have a few nights where it's going to go down to 40 degrees, so I don't necessarily want everything out just yet, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So I want to give you a little bit of our chicken update here. So everyone that we have now is currently doing really well, growing. Unfortunately, we did have 3 pass away. So unfortunately, that's just kind of how it goes. We couldn't really find an exact cause or anything as to why they passed away. So it's not the hatchery's fault, not the mailing system's fault, not our fault. So unfortunately, sometimes it does happen. But as of now, we have 14 healthy babies. And hopefully this time next year we'll be getting some eggs from them. Just gonna do a little walkthrough of how everything is doing. So this is our blackberry bush. It is really starting to take off. It's looking really good. Our grape is shooting up a lot more than I expected, and this raspberry is really starting to take over. So I'm not sure if I need to thin this out or not. Let me know in the comments if you guys thin out your raspberries. I definitely want to try to make them as productive as possible, but I also don't want it to overtake everything. So this blackberry is doing good. Here is one of the hanging baskets that we purchased from Spurlocks here in Richmond. And then I made a little arrangement. I can't remember where I got all of these plants. So got some more of the stuff that we transplanted. We finally got this side finished up as well. Here's another small arrangement. I changed this like 4 or 5 times. I could not decide what exactly I wanted to do for it, but I really like it. Hopefully it starts to fill out some. So here are all of our tomato plants. I need to get a few more of these little bamboo trellises. So it's for the tomatoes and also to help prevent the cats from getting in there. So that's why I've left all these extra pots. Our onions are looking pretty good. And our potatoes, I just put dirt over top of all of them about 3 days ago. You couldn't see any of the green, and now they've shot right back up. Maybe next weekend I will get a few more bags of dirt just to try to cover them up, just to be as productive as possible and get as many potatoes as possible. So I believe these are our yellow onions. They're still looking good. Our peas really aren't doing anything, but that's okay. I am sure I can find something else to plant through there. So we are starting to get carrots. There is celery planted in here. We have more green beans planted and some other green beans that we've already started. So these poor stringy little things are tomatillas. They do not look good. I have never successfully had tomatillas yet, so I did have some extra seeds. I went ahead and threw those down as well. Plus I just decided to go ahead and keep the stringy little things and see if maybe we get something out of them. Plus we have some chives down. We have 3 loofah plants, and we only have 2 cucumber. Last year we had 1 cucumber and it produced almost too much. So hopefully between the 2 of them I can make some more relish and be good to go. And I know I planted some celery in here. I cannot remember what else. I believe there's one other thing that I started in here, but I just can't remember. I should have kept a little popsicle stick just so I know what it was. Here's all of our peppers and our herbs. So I definitely need to get some of the bamboo trellises over here as well, just to help keep the cats out and to kind of separate the plants out a little bit. Our cabbage and cauliflower are doing good. They've actually put on a little bit of growth, which makes me happy. So here's more herbs and some of our lettuce. So a lot of the lettuce wasn't really looking that good, not sure why. Last year I started lettuce inside and it did a lot better. This year I just direct sowed, so next year I'll probably start some inside just to see if maybe that helps a little bit. So the back side of our house, plant-wise, is really starting to take off. I got almost all of these plants at the discount rack at Lowe's, so they were all 75% off. Cannot remember which pink plant that is, but we have a peony, a coral bell. Oh, that's yarrow I already had. I found this petunia on the discount rack, and it's already looking a lot better. It has a lot more color to it. I cannot remember what this guy is either. Another peony, a coral bell looking kind of rough, but I'm pretty sure it's going to bounce back. So we have some more yarrow, a hydrangea. Our clematis is starting to bloom. It's really gotten big this year. Past years it's been a little bit smaller. And I believe this is Russian sage here, and it's starting to look pretty good too. So over here we have our lavender and our strawberry plants, which are really starting to take off. Hopefully we get some strawberries. In the future I definitely want some more, but figured I'd start small first and kind of see how everything goes. Really happy that this lavender is taking off. I was super worried that it had died and didn't overwinter well, but hopefully I will be able to get a decent amount of it and be able to use it in our chicken shed. We have our lantana and our wave petunia. So I believe we got the lantana from Warren's and then that wave petunia from Spurlock's. Typically I do hanging baskets of petunias just kind of everywhere, but they're a lot of high maintenance and a lot of work, so I decided just to have some lower down pots, as well as our fern. It's actually one fern and we split it into 4, so hopefully it'll start to fill out soon. And then down there we have another wave petunia and a fern. So we have our banana plant. I've actually tried to remove this thing 2 or 3 times and it does not give up, so I guess it can stay. We have our boxwood salvia. Our roses are looking pretty good. I cut those things within 1 inch of their lives and they have just shot right back up and they actually look better than they did the year before. So again, majority of these plants I've either gotten starts from my mom or they were discounted at Lowe's. There's a few plants that I bought brand new from the potting shed in Berea, but for the most part I just hit up that clearance rack. For the life of me, I cannot remember what half these plants are, but everything is looking really green and lush. So I love that poppy yellow there. It's one of my favorites. So our boxwoods are still doing pretty good. They've put on a little bit of growth. I'm probably really not going to cut them until right before fall. We still have a whole bunch of plants on our porch. I need to get our cut flower sections ready, so then that way we can get the rest of the plants off the porch. So these are the petunias that I started by seed. Definitely not looking too great yet. They were kind of grown together. I think they were a little upset from where I disturbed the roots to get them planted. If they don't work out, that'll be okay. I can always run down the road to Spurlock's and get some more. We have 2 hanging baskets up here that are starting to look really good. So, and of course our discounted plant, that pink guy from Lowe's. So everything around here is also looking good. I really want to invest in some evergreens, so we have some interest throughout the winter. And then back here, that is the boxwood that had a whole bunch that looked dead on it. I cut it back and it's already shot up quite a bit, so I am hopeful. Then everything else down through here is starting to look pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here and I will catch you guys on the next one.